Yo everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Steins. When we last left off, we were hunting for a odd pin that Suzuha had of that she believed was her father's. So, you know, we're hunting Akiba for said pin, or someone who might know something about the pin. So here we go. Based on recommendations from the BBS thread, I spend the morning visiting stores in Akiba. My destinations run from the gamut, from otaku stores packed with anime goods, to souvenir shops filled with Olympic memorabilia, and visited a few that specialise in locally manufactured goods. But though I hit just about every kind of store that could be considered niche, I'm unable to find anything that resembles Suzuha's pin. Maybe I should go all the way to Ikbuku or Nakano. I start heading back to the lab, but just then, a street vendor catches my eye. The storekeeper is a foreigner, covered in tattoos. The table next to him is covered with accessories and other fashion items. This is the first time I've seen such a stylish street stand in Akiba. Most vendors just sell random junk. It's not like I have anything to lose, so I walk over and check out the selection. Among the various accessories, I see a number of metal pins. What a coincidence. Could he have a pin like Suzu has? I don't see the OSHM **A 7010 logo on any of the displayed accessories, but I better ask just to be sure. He's a foreigner, so maybe I should use English? Our eyes meet. His are bright and blue as the sky. I quickly look away. Damn! He must think I'm a coward. Better get this over with.
Hey, master! I am mad scientist. So cool! Son of a bitch!
It's brilliant.
Hi, 何ですか?
Can I help you? He smiles a wide, toothy smile. Nice teeth. And answers in Japanese. I was hoping for more of a reaction. I have a question, if you don't mind. I take the photocopy of Suzuha's pin out of my pocket. Does this look familiar? The man stares at it for a while, then shrugs and shakes his head in the exaggerated manner typical of Westerners. I want to know where it came from. Can you help me find out? Remember, sorry. It's a little difficult. What is he saying?
By the way,
where did you get this thing? That's what I want to know. I'll compensate you. I'm sorry. He apologized in broken Japanese. Looks like there's another dead end. Just in case, I gave him my contact information and asked him to get in touch if he finds out anything. Then I turned to leave. Oh, Okabe. Suzuha started a short distance away. She's holding a drink. It's my favorite. Dr. Pete, no. Wait, that's cola. Oh. Sup? Want a drink? Accept the offer and quench my thirst while I'm leaning on the roadside fence. Last time I saw her, Suzuha was away to Kanda to continue the search. How long had she been standing here? Anything? Nope. So, what was with your English back there? It sounded so dumb. Is that standard English in this era? Of course not. Oh. So it's an Okabe original. There's no overseas travel in my time, so I wouldn't know. No overseas travel? Wait, you mean at all? Pretty much, travel permits are hard to get, and they'll never issue one for vacation. I've never seen a foreigner before coming to this time. Whoa, that's bizarre. So in the future, no one's allowed to leave Japan? Japan was like that a few centuries ago too, when the Tokugawa shogunate closed this country to the west. Sounds like Sen just initiated Sounds like Sen set international relations back hundreds of years. Perhaps that's why there's no war in Suza's time. It's hard for conflicts to emerge when races and cultures can't interact. It sounds kind of like a prison with invisible walls, guarded by Sen and the Committee of 300. I mean, ending war is obviously a good thing, but anyway, there's no point thinking about the distant future now. We need to come up with a new plan. The sunlight beats on my head, making it hard to think. I feel like I'm standing in a sauna. Why does the sun hate me so much? Shining in the center of the sky, like he owns the damn place. He kind of does. Damn it, why can't I find any information on that pin? I suppose it's no skin off my back if we don't find Suza's father. As long as Dawa fixes the time machine, nothing else matters. So why do I feel so bad about my lack of progress? Really don't know. Maybe I'm just frustrated at my own powerlessness. I can't save Mayuri. I can't fix Suzaha's time machine. I can't even help Krisu with the time leap upgrade. So what am I good for? The only thing I can do is help Suzaha find her father. Maybe this pin is newer than we think. I mean, maybe it hasn't been made yet. Suzaha stretches, then looks at me with a calm smile. Maybe I'm not meant to meet him. I mean, we tried everything and still no sign. It's just not in the cards, I guess. I feel a surge of anger in her words. Here I am stewing in self-loathing and she just acts like it doesn't matter? How can you give up? We still have one more day. Also, I just realised I feel a surge of anger at her words, not in her words. But why are you getting mad? Everyone's fighting for you. Don't you get it? Me, I want to prioritise Mayuri over everything else. But you're still a lab mem, a friend. When a friend's in trouble, you want to help them. That's how Mayuri felt, and I agree. That's why I'm searching. How dare you be the first one to give up? You don't have to yell. Don't disappoint me like this. I tell myself to calm down. This is just my own feelings of impotence. Impotence boiling over. There's no time for this. I'm sorry, but maybe you should think about how I feel. I heard that we have an audience. Some pedestrians are grinning at us, like they think we're a bickering couple or something. I take a deep breath. You're right, I shouldn't have said that. It's too awkward to make eye contact, so I look around, pretending to think. Alright, what's next? I wonder how the other lab mems are progressing. I'm especially concerned about Daru. Depending on the situation, he might need some relief. He's been working in the heat for hours, so we should bring him something cool to drink. And then there's Mayuri. She's been working alone, trying to find some information on Suzaha's father. If I close my eyes, I can still recall her deaths, in every detail. I resist the urge to pound my head against the wall. Although we still have over 24 hours before that happens, I can't help but worry about leaving her alone. But currently, all I can do is search for that pin. We decided to try Ikebukuro as our last stop for today. It'd be nice to visit home, but I don't have time, and besides, Suzaha's with me. Our search turns up nothing. As the evening wears without a single lead, Suzaha and I grow quieter and quieter. We're exhausted from walking and we can't shake the feeling that all our efforts are futile. This isn't good. By the way, I try stirring up a conversation. I should get her to talk about the future. After all, she is a time traveler. This is a once-in-a-lifetime chance. I remember how shocked Krisa was to learn that she only lives to be 44. And I was told I'd become a terrorist. Am I really famous in 2036? As a terrorist? Oh. So, what did I do to be called a terrorist? You rebel against Seven? You're actually one of the founding members of the Resistance, just like my dad. I helped found the Resistance? I guess that makes sense, given what we're going through now. Suza's from the future of this timeline, where Mayuri is doomed to die and where Seven forces Krisu to build a time machine. In such a future, how could I not rebel against Seven? Rebellion against the system, destruction of order, a new age of chaos. Weren't those my ambitions as a mad scientist? How stupid. Stupid? How could I still be chasing some Junbuyu fantasy when I can't even save Mayuri? You're fighting to free humanity. I think it's a noble cause. This is a part of the resistance I form. Does that mean she's my subordinate in the future? What sort of man am I? Suza's expression darkens. I said we never met, remember? Never? Never, you were killed by Seren in 2025. Ouch. I was killed by the same people who killed Mayuri. They had no reservations about murdering an innocent girl. I doubt they would hesitate to kill a terrorist. Maybe I should have told you sooner. Understand? If you don't change the future, you're going to die in 15 years. Mayuri will die, you will die, Krisu will be a slave to Seren. Ends badly for every lab man. What about Daru? I don't remember hearing about him though. About him? I have heard legend of a wizard class hacker though. Though I don't understand what wizard class means in the first place. Wizard class. I coined that term. I can imagine Daru slowly infusing himself into every corner of the internet until he becomes a godlike virtual presence that not even Seren can comprehend. Anyway, I don't know what happened to you guys. That's one more reason I need to find an IBN 5100 and change the future. Until I came to this time, you guys are just stories, histories, but now you're my friends. I want to save you. Yeah, appreciated. Yeah, that's true. You're a lab mem, now and forevermore. Thanks. Oh. Wow, I didn't even get a chance to not look at that. I already told Krista that I was confident in her ability to complete the time machine on time. I can finish the time machine in a day. We still haven't found our lifter substitute, remember? I can't complete the upgrade without it. Damn it, Okabe. But it occurs to me that I forgot to tell her about the 42-inch CRT. I lifted the 42-inch CRT downstairs. The electrical discharge phenomenon occurs when it's turned on, so don't worry about it, just finish the upgrades. I send the reply and decide to keep searching for the pin with Suza just a bit longer. Time is quickly running out. Is there anything more we can do? I don't know. It's early evening, but the roof of Radikai is still hotter than hell. When I provide Daru with the refreshing gift of Dr. P, a frown appears on his sweaty face. You're supposed to give me an ice cold 0-calorie cola. Common sense, man. I forgot he's a cola guy. No sense letting it go to waste. I drink the Dr. P myself. Daru and Suza start discussing time machine. Mary and I watched from a source distance away. Hey, Ocarine, isn't it amazing that the satellite was a time machine? Yeah, I guess so. I thought that Tida's time machine was a car. A 1970s Chevy. It never occurred to me to suspect the satellite. I should know better than to take anything for granted. In retrospect, the satellite was suspicious from the start. Not only that it appeared out of nowhere, but Tyler only started posting afterwards. The fact that it didn't burn up and did very little damage to the building and surrounding area after contact. I'm disappointed in myself for not realising the connection. I'm glad Suzusan wasn't hurt in the crash. I doubt it was anything like a crash. Probably just appeared there, displaced in the wall, which then collapsed around it. After all, a time machine isn't self-propelled, it doesn't fly. I heard it's really hard to drive. I guess you heard that from Suzuha. If the gravitational, coordinates are just a teensy bit off, then the whole time machine becomes a jelly man and goes ploop. Goes ploop. And she even said her time machine's unstable since it's not a 7 model. I'm worried about her trip to 1975. Do you think I should go with her? I wonder if I'll fit. I don't know if that would help. What would you do in 1975? I'll cheer Suzusan on, of course. I'll hold her hand super tight and tell her everything's going to be okay. Something tells me that won't be much help. Might help morale. Hey Ocarine, do you think the time machine has a name? A name? That's the least of what I want to know about the time machine. Time permitting, I like to spend a whole day picking Suzuha's brain. Pretty sure John Tider's time machine has a model number. But the John Tider from 2000 might not have been Suzuha. Wait. I'm pretty sure the John Tider had a model number. There was no John Tider in 2000 on this world line after all. Although I suppose it's possible that Suzuha will drop by 2000 after travelling to 1975. If you want to know, just ask Tider. Oh yeah, I actually didn't think of that. Mayuri giggles and runs off to talk to Suzuha. She comes back quite quickly. Yep, it has a name. What is it? FG204. Something special. Something. She said. FG204 something. Something? Anyway, don't you think Daru-kun and Suzu-san are a good match? I was jumping all over the place today. Yeah! Look at Daru and Suzu again. How do you figure? Daru's all about first, you know? Oh, really? How did she not notice that? Good grief. Mario and I aren't of any use. I would prefer to leave Daru and Suzuha to it and resume the search for Suzuha's father, but Mario's just happy. Seems happy just sitting here. We don't have any leads on the pin or its owner. Maybe 2 days just ain't enough. No, that's quiz talk. Like I told Suzuha, I don't want to give up. Besides, even if we don't get information we need, this time I can use the time leap machine to repeat these 2 days until we do. Oh yeah, Maori, what happened to your costumes? There's only a few more days until Komima. I remember Maori pulling all-nighters to get her costume done. Has that changed? I already made 2 costumes. One for Kedu-chan and one for Fuki-chan. Weren't you making a 3rd for Luca? Yeah, I was, but I couldn't convince her, so I gave up this time. Hey, can Maurishi take a closer look at the time machine? Just don't get in their way. Okie dokie. She really is all over the place. Mario beams happily and then runs over to the time machine. She's acting like this is a field trip. Behind her, the sun glows dark and orange in the horizon. It's quite a view from up here. After a few minutes watching the sunset in silence, I realized that Suza is standing beside me. She must have come over as Mayuri left. Our shadows are long and murky. That was amazing. He said if things go well, he could have the time machine fixed by tomorrow. He's a man who knows how to get things done. And he looks so unhealthy and slow. Ouch. Don't judge his book by its cover. Yeah, I have a better impression of him now. Hey. There's something I want to say. I feel like I'll never get another chance. Why so melodramatic? I'm really grateful to you. All of you. When it came to this time, I didn't know anyone. I was all alone in a world completely different from my own. This area is so peaceful. That's a wonderful thing, but it scared me. All I knew was to fight against Saren. But now I have friends, real friends who can share my secrets with. All these people who lived before I was born are working so hard for my sake. It's a strange feeling, but a happy one too. I wanted you to know that. Suza's tone is wistful. Why? I tried to speak, but she continues before I can. Living with you guys in this time, it's been really fun. When I meet you, you were also strange and unique and over the top. It's kind of shocked at first, actually. Yeah, that's a polite way of putting it. But before I knew it, I started to enjoy spending time with you. 2036 is peaceful too. People don't even fight anymore. Did you know that? How could I? I'm not even alive in 2036, right? Oh, right. Sorry. Anyway, people don't fight, ever. About anything. All forms of conflict, war included, has vanished. Poof! Without a trace. Instead, everyone has dead eyes, like fish. No one has ambition, no one dreams. They just trudge through their lives without a single complaint. Oh sure, people smile, but they never get angry or sad. There's no I know this word! Individuality. Everyone's a robot. You really get mad. You really got mad at me before, remember? I was really surprised, but at the same time, I was really happy. You're a strange girl. I guess so. Suza looks at the time machine. Darren and Mayuri are standing next to it, talking cheerfully about something or other. You're all so bright and full of life. I envy you. Mayuri, Daru, even Krisu. And of course you. Don't be ridiculous. There's nothing enviable about me. I'm worthless. Can't even save Mayuri. I want to be more like you. If you ask me, you're the amazing one. I'm happy to hear you say that. It's all thanks to you that I'm still going strong. Being a lab mem, even if it's just a while, was great. She smiles, then a soft, sad smile that tears at my heart. What does it mean? Being with you guys, even for just a little while, was great. Suzaha? Change the future, Okabe. Make it a world like this one, where people can be free. Hey, come on now. Why are you being so sentimental? Does she not want to go to 1975? But I mean, she's got a time machine, so can't she just come back afterwards? Even as I think it, I realize how wrong I am. Of course, when Suza completes a mission and brings us the IBN 5100, the world line will change. The future will be written, and the 2036 she knows will cease to exist. To hear her describe it, the future is an awful place, but even so, it was her home. She has friends there, I'm sure, comrades in arms and memories of her father, Barrel Tider. All that will be lost to her forever. No wonder she's getting sentimental. After we fix the time machine, let's have a party. Thanks. And yet, she's still smiling that soulful smile. Afterwards, I hit the street again in search of the pin. But the day ended without a single lead. So I reluctantly returned to the lab and tried searching the internet. A couple of hours later, and still no luck. So far, I've accomplished absolutely nothing. My frustration is mounting. I could time leap again, but will that really help us find Suzuha's father? Oh. An unfamiliar number. Who is it? It's me.
Hi, Mr. Okabe Rintaro.
The voice is heavily accented. I can barely make it out. Who is this guy? Sen? I jump to my feet and scan the room and run to the window to check the road below. No suspicious figures in sight. Krizu comes out of the development and gives me a questioning look, but I wave her back inside. Sen, what is that? I go up and carefully choose my words. Identify yourself. You, one more afternoon, came to our factory, make inquiry, and told me. One more afternoon, came to our factory, make inquiry, and told me to telephone number you know. What are you saying? No, wait. I've heard this broken Japanese before. The strange Japanese filters through my brain, connecting. Connecting what? Synapsis. That's right, it's the foreign street vendor I met this afternoon in Akiba. Identified. Nice to meet you. Oh, you're welcome. I do custom work. Yesterday night, a guest came here I remembered. Our guest was, please make pin badge same one you had. I don't quite get what he's saying, but he seems really excited about it. I'll head there right now. I go to the same spot as before, though his stand has already closed. The Westerner is waiting for me.
Oh, Okabe! Hello!
This guy's amazing. Where did that guest of yours go? Client come here was yesterday time. The blue-eyed white man shrugs his shoulders. So it was yesterday. He contacted me because he remembered. What's his contact info? His name and address? Poison. Guess just for simulation. Private information have nothing. So last night someone came by and wanted to make a metal pin with the same design as Suzuha's. But he died of poisoning. What? The guess was just a simulation, so there's no private information. I'm not following. Japanese very studious, and awarding private information become nervous and serious. Yes? That doesn't help. If guess had gave name or telephone number, however, no leak. That's business. Fatigue suddenly weighs down on my shoulders. I don't understand a word he's saying anymore. My head's full of question marks. In hindsight, I should have brought Krisu to speak English for me. I guess I'll just have to wing it. What did your customer look like? Man? Woman? Well, so young or middle. Japanese have young face. Just by look, no understand. Anything else? Maybe a judo fighter or pro wrestler? What judo? Pro wrestler? What do you mean by that?
Yes!
Yeah, yes? What was it a yes no question? What the hell do you mean?
Ah, balloon! Balloon dayo!
Balloon was balloon? Balloon? Juno pro wrestling?
Good!
Good. No, not good. Are you trying to confuse me? I want to ask more questions, but the foreigner suddenly sees a policeman walk by and runs off. I considered chasing him, but decided against it to avoid police attention. I give up. The search hit a dead end, and we have barely any time left to find Barrel Tider. I can time leap again, starting at 2 PM tomorrow. Looks like all I could do is just wait until Christina's done working, then time leap. Then leap to the time this suspicious character appears at the stand. Crystal carefully connects the 2 cords she is holding. Done. Time leap machine is complete. It's 2:30 PM on the 13th, about 20 minutes later than before. Crystal walks into the lounge with a satisfied look on her face. It's just her, me, and Suzanne in the lab. I had Darren and Mao head to Radican. Unstably? I have no idea what that word means. To work on the time machine. So that's time leap machine. Suzanne gazes at the now complete machine in awe. I already explained to her how the time leap works. It's as difficult as can be from Suza's time machine. It's as different as can be from Suza's time machine, which can physically displace actual bodies. It makes you remember the future, right? That's pretty interesting. That's a weird way of saying it. Suza crosses her arm behind her head and looks up at the ceiling. Intuition, sixth sense, deja vu. One of these things actually are actual you're recalling future memories. Some of Seven's researchers in my time came up with the theory that memories are a way of sharing information across world lines. Maybe it's similar to that. I just wish I knew more about Okabe's reading Steiner thing. Is it unique to Okabe, or does everyone have the potential for it? And Okabe's is just stronger by coincidence. One thing's for certain, my consciousness leaps to the past along with my memories. I still don't understand why that is. It would make more sense if you experienced a change in the past, like you did when we send a email. Does your consciousness depend on your memories? Or could be because of reading Steiner? The problem is that consciousness doesn't have a form that we can see. Same goes to the soul. Those things are still in the realm of religion. Even in 2036, the existence of the soul hasn't been proven, and no one's proven what forms consciousness either. I see. That's a little disappointing. Sending my consciousness back has let me change some future events, and with more precision than Demail. But other events are locked in by convergence. I can change the method of Maru's death, but never the fact that she dies. That's not how it works. The future's always determined. And why does the path there change? Because the world lines change. When you leap into the past and take different actions from before, the divergence changes if only a little bit. In most cases, that fluctuation won't amount to more than 0.00001% on the divergence meter. Small changes might not register at all. When you change the cause, the effect merely shifts to a separate, already existing world line. Since those two world lines are almost exactly the same, you barely feel any difference. So, is that why Wiedensteiner didn't react? I guess that's stuff like with Daru, when he tried to change the Ferris Cup. Like, didn't have any Wiedensteiner effects there. It's not like the previous world line disappearances. It keeps existing as another possible world line.
その辺は多世界解釈なのね。
That's the many worlds interpretation, right? In any case, they're not parallel worlds. So, is the future reconstructed? I guess you could say that. I'm confused again. Yeah. This time travel confusion. Maybe it's impossible for me to fully understand the structure of the universe. Maybe one should not understand the structure of the universe. Anyway, that's enough discussion. It's time for me to leap again. Explain the situation to Krisu and I have her activate the time leap machine immediately. See you later. Or see you earlier? Oh, that makes my head hurt. Let's go back a couple of days. I wonder if she finishes the time leap machine sooner, then wouldn't we be able to go back sooner than 2 p.m? Anyways, it's the night of the 11th. I went back about 40 hours. We'll see what happens next episode. Thank you all for watching. Bye.